regards to the CMCA, obviously we had a tight one in Longmuir Shield, and there were a couple of other games that could have gone either way in Longy, particularly Mackie against Washington Park. Washington Park have been sprouting about a pretty fair batting lineup, which they do have, and Liam Pickering was playing in round one as well.
I was surprised to see that too. I thought he's always plays after Christmas, but yeah, I thought they would have been a shoe-in with Liam playing.
Yeah, they're only defending 205.
And I don't think Ash Pop wasn't playing. I don't think either. So.
No. So you would have thought that Washington would have been a stronger show there, but they failed in reaching Mackie's score. And Craig Park, as always, at the death, knows how to keep things tight at the end, and he took 5 for 54. Elwood versus LePage Park. LePage Park thought they had a reasonable score, but Anno Anostolopoulos and Nathan Harris both made centuries, which put that game out of reach as far as LePage were concerned.
He's a run machine, Anno, isn't he? I don't think anyone's been as consistent as he has in the last probably 3 or 4 years. He's a very good bat, good bat.
In East Sandy versus Bentley Uniting, Bentley Uniting were rolled for 97 in chasing East Sandy's 6 for 252.
I still don't think Brett Ernst would have
made the difference.
No,
I don't think it would have been the complete difference either. Mark Devereaux top scored with East Sandy with 94, and Cheeks.
I think it was Court, wasn't it? Was it Court?
No, Mark Devereaux. Oh no, it was Danny Corp. Sorry, my mistake. I got that mixed up. Yeah, Danny Corp made 94, and in Uniting was 97. Mark Jenkin made his return back to East Sandy and took 4 for 26. Amiga passed Carnegie South's 180 with making 9 for 184. Both those two teams, I believe, will be on the bottom half of the ladder this year. But good tight win for Amiga, well done. And in the other game, West Bentley passed Hampton Central's 140, 8 wickets down. Adrian Worry for Hampton Central took 5 for 37. So that wraps up round 1 for the CMCA. As I said, a few tight wins there with a couple of 1 wicket and 2 wicket victories, and a couple of victories by less than 15 runs, of which ours was one of those.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, it's indicative now how, I guess, tight this year will be. Obviously, East Sandy will be the benchmark, but yeah, there's probably, you could throw a blanket over probably 6 teams there.
Yeah, who will make the other spots in the finals. Speaking of East Sandy, we play them this weekend.
We do.
Yes, so it'll be a big challenge. A bit of criticism's gone A&A's way over the last couple of times we've played East Sandy, in the fact that unfortunately the gods have been against us weather-wise, and unfortunately results haven't been able to be determined. A few people might question whether we've allowed rain to take focus as opposed to a win, but
that's cricket.
Yeah, that's cricket, and it's a clear skies tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be a good day for both teams.
I think it was due to the fact that we've played these guys probably in one day the last few years as well. So yeah, it's probably the first 2 days we've played against them since the semi-final.
Since the semi-final a couple of years ago, where we happened to put a blemish on East Sandy's record of 7 consecutive flags. They've won 6 out of the last 7, and the year they missed out was thanks to us. So hopefully we can put forward a similar result in the next couple of weeks. Mackie play Hampton Central. 2 teams that made the finals last year. Mackie have made the finals consistently over the last few years, and Hampton Central have been hot and cold. But Hampton Central did make the grand final last year. I
think it's Hampton Central, one of those teams that they get better as the year goes on.
Yeah,
the older guys, they get to training more probably, and they're out in the middle a lot more during Saturdays. So you think Mackie would be able to get over them there?
You would think so at this stage, but as Adam said, Hampton Central are the creepers during the season and seem to improve as the season goes on. Washington Park versus LePage. You would think that Washington Park should win that with their batting lineup. But
I think last year they played a one day and they both made about 240, 250. So obviously the bats would be the deciding factor.
Yeah, you would have thought Washington Park would have won last week too. So who knows? Union versus Amiga. People are already saying outright that I don't believe that Union will defeat Amiga outright. I think Amiga deserve a bit more credit than that.
I think the problem there is Union probably don't have that key bowler that's going to take a big bag at the start to,
Yeah.
get it outright. So I think it'll just be a normal result.
Yeah, but if Union do bat first, I think they might bat Amiga out of the game after the weekend.
And it's at Hurley probably
It's at
too,
Hurley,
isn't it?
yeah.
So yeah, it's a big score on the cards.
That's right. Bentleigh United, who, as I mentioned, got rolled for 97 last week, they played Carnegie South, who have steadily worked their way into being competitive in Longmuir Shield over the last couple of years. So this will be a big test for Carnegie South. I think they're really hoping to get a win with this round. Everyone's talking about uniting, going through some problems with people leaving, and after winning the flag only 2 years ago. So I guess it's a big test for uniting as well, to prove a few people wrong as well.
I think the good thing with uniting, they've got a pretty solid bowling attack still, so that should hold up against Carnegie's bats. But I think Peter Menakis I thought he was going to be seconds captain this year. And,
yeah, well, that's what I've heard too. So if that's the case, then
played once last week. So I don't know if it was unavailability or it's just they've lost too many players or good quality players. And
I think for the sake of 6 points, I think Pete Menakis might get promoted. Final game, Elwood versus Bentleigh United. This is actually at Victory Park, I believe. West Bentleigh. West Bentleigh. This is at Victory Park, and I believe. Will Anno and Nathan Harris do it again? West Bentleigh have a much stronger bowling attack than the Page, so it will be interesting to find out who gets the bickies there.
Well, they underpin the batting attack, basically, those two, don't they? So
they go out early.
You get Nath early. I think Nath's the key. You get Nath early. Obviously exposes the middle order with Anno. Obviously, he'll probably carry on through that middle order, but you get Nath out, and I think you can get into the middle pretty easy.
Yeah, so you would think that West Bentleigh would be too strong there. But that's the roundup for
CMCA roundup.
Yeah. So now that cricket's actually finally being played, we've got some content to talk about. So hopefully you enjoyed this show, and unless there's anything else you want to add,
I just want to give a cheerio to the boys. The after dark game from last Saturday night. I think we were there. I think the last guys left about 5 a.m. on the Sunday morning, and
rushed exit too, I believe.
Yeah, stupidly drove back to a local haunt, but it was good night by all, and
and a cheerio. Cheerio to my mate Des Falconer, who we had a problem, or not a problem, but it was just a bit of an errant forearm that whacked me in the mouth, and Desi's watch is second best. So irrespective, good on you, Des. And
you've got health insurance.
Yeah, I do. So just got to get some teeth repaired. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks' time.